Out of the stagnant backwaters that is upstate New York comes a talent. A comic indeed, but really so much more famed. An enchanter, a hysterian, a geriatric gigolo, associate member of the Easy Motion Institute for Creative Research, founder and CEO of Poops Pickles. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to a legend in his own mind, Mike Gulachok, everybody. Let him hear it.
Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that gracious introduction. As Ryan said, my name is Mike Gulachok. Now, Gulachok is a Ukrainian name, and it can be a name that's difficult to pronounce and remember, especially for slow people. So I want everyone tonight to be able to pronounce and remember my name. So if you could please indulge me, repeat after me. Gula Charles. Gula Chuck. Gula Charles. Gula Chuck. Garbage truck. Gula Chuck. Garbage truck. Gula Chuck. Woodchuck. Gula Chuck. Woodchuck. Gula Chuck. Gorilla cock. Gula Chuck. Gorilla cock. Gula Chuck. Gula fuck. Or good fuck, I'm sorry. Good fuck. Gula Chuck. Good fuck. Gula Chuck. Can everyone pronounce my name now? No. No. You, Missy, you can call me Gorilla Cock, okay? Thank you. Anyway, yesterday, April 2nd, my beautiful wife and I, we celebrated our 25th wedded year of bliss. And do we have any happily married people in the audience? I'm seeing a couple, not too many.
There are none.
You know, I love my wife. You know, since being married for 25 years, I'm a reformed wild man, and I've settled down quite a bit since getting married. As I said, I love my wife. She's an angel when she's sleeping. You know, I thought I had Parkinson's disease until I realized my hands only shake when she has a day off from work. You know, I asked her if she could drop me off at the club tonight. She said she'd like to drop me off at a cemetery. When I mentioned the high price of funerals, she said, no price would be too steep to get rid of you. I'm drawing a blank, I'm sorry. Drawing a blank here. I have early onset dementia. Also, I've been recently, I had a recent diagnosis of something called CLMFS, which is chronic lazy man fatigue syndrome. The doctors are stymied. There is no cure. My wife saw some splotches on the floor the other night. She said, "You've been drinking wine." I said, "No, I'm having my period." Let's see, what else? My wife, she's a very conservative lady. She's adamantly against same-sex marriage. She's been trying to get me to do something new for years. She has a word for my member. She calls my member Little Petro. Well, we haven't seen Little Petro in a long time. Maybe Little Petro could be coming out tonight, who knows? She also recently gave me the ultimate insult. She said, you know, I think Larry David is better looking than you. You know, when I walk, you know, I know I'm not that good looking, but when I walk into a store, they turn off the surveillance cameras. Girls, tell me I'm not handsome. Oh, you hurt me. Oh, you hurt me. Well, why don't we change the subject from wives to something else? Baseball. Baseball. Any baseball fans in the audience? Okay, now I have a thought. You're going to have to work with me on this. Now, Citi Field is named because of the sponsorship of Citibank. Yeah. Now, just a few years ago, didn't we bail out Citibank for a couple of $2 billion or something? And now they're calling the field Citi Field. Shouldn't it be called Taxpayers Field or Strawberry Fields, maybe? Do we have any Yankee or Mets fans?
Go Mets!
Go Mets!
The Mets. The Mets. Okay, I have two Yankee stories. One is Costas. What's his name? Dave Costas? Bob Costas was doing an interview with Mickey Mantle. And he was kind of wrapping up the interview. And one of the last questions he asked Mick was, Mr. Mantle, if you could be anywhere right now, where would you be? And Mantle said, fucking Raquel Welch. That's true. That's a true story. And Joe DiMaggio, he wasn't into satin sheets. He couldn't get enough traction. Now, I have one or two last things here. An admonition to all the men in the audience. Never, ever marry an Eastern European woman. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I'm going to go to bed with beautiful, sexy Natasha. Well, I'll tell you what. You may be going to bed with beautiful and sexy Natasha. But in the morning, you're going to wake up with Nikita. And Nikita is going to have a shoe in her hand, and she's going to be hitting you on the head, yelling, I will bury you. So that's it. Thank you for your patience.